Guys, when I tell you this video took me probably roughly about 7 hours to make, that might be an understatement. And it's mainly because of one factor. Sadly, the worst factor possible. Trying to do this video and trying to add this TJ Watt mesh into Madden 25 caused my game to crash, and I'm not kidding when I say this, 157 times. And just imagine, every time my game crashes, I have to load the game back up, go back into Madden, and when you have like a mesh like this, for example, a Hall of Fame bust for TJ Watt, it's not as easy as just going right into the game and that's it. Oh no, you actually have to sit there in a loading screen and wait for like 5 minutes every single time just to get into the game, just to hope it doesn't crash. So, I know a lot of people are asking like, hey, how do I do these videos? I promise you, you probably don't want to do them with how annoying these can get. But, yeah. So we got a TJ Watt bust, and to be honest, it looks pretty damn good. We're going to look at it in Blender in a second, but you can see I only have it on one side. I was going to have it on both sides, but listen, just having it on one side alone causes my game to crash. So I decided that, you know, the happiness of not having to try to put this on both sides, probably the smartest for my mental health. But you can see it across the whole entire stadium. It's also to a size where I feel like it's like perfect. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right. It's also like, again, the random spot that is completely open and ready to have this exact, you know, model in here. So you can see the detail, even with the texture being messed up, and you'll see it in a second in Blender, but the texture is definitely messed up, and it still has so much detail. Even with the texture being glitched out and broken, it still captures so much detail of TJ Watt's face. Got his eyes, which actually looks good in here, but it's going to look bad in Blender, just because whenever we look at these Hall of Fame busts, for some reason, the eyes are never correct. The eyes are always janky and messed up. It was the same thing with Derrick Henry in our last video. It's just, and Aaron Donald as well. It's always the eyes that's messed up. So here's what we have in Blender. This, of course, again, like I said before, TJ Watt. And we do have the number 90. Now, you can see the number 90 in the game, but it's kind of hard because the texture is messed up. But you can also see number 90 in the game as well, which, again, you know, I do like to see them in their jersey. Kind of adds more to the Hall of Fame bust. Obviously, Hall of Fame busts usually just have the face and the head, and that's it. There's no body. With these Hall of Fame busts, we like to add the body in there. We like to make it a little bit more, you know, detailed. And again, like I said, if they do make a statue of TJ Watt in the stadium, they're probably going to have the full body, including the lower half as well, and probably the arms as well. So if we ever do see somewhat of a Hall of Fame bust in Pittsburgh Stadium, that will probably include that as well. I will say, though, as I said yesterday, there's not many stadiums that have statues of players. Like we have, obviously, the Ravens have Johnny Unitas and Ray Lewis. You also got the Dolphins. They got Don Shula, Dan Marino. But not too many other ones. I mean, you have like teams like the Jags or the Panthers that have maybe like a statue of their logo or their team mascot, but not really of that, you know, like the actual players. So tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. If you'd like to see this in real life, tell me down below. Peace out, guys.